right. Hello, Jamie. I'm Todd. Remember me? We talked a little bit about Divinity's catering services. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Good. So I just wanted to do a follow-up in person, see where you are, what kind of events you're planning, and see what we can do for you.
Sounds
So
great.
we at Divinity offer a wide variety of possibilities. Right here you can see we offer plated meals, family-style platters. What this is just like platters that you can get just on your intimate family events catering. Here are hors d'oeuvres on platters. We can have staff serve those if need be, or on a buffet table. And this is a more in-depth buffet table. And at Divinity, we take pride in high quality service. We take pride in using high quality ingredients. We only use those ingredients so we can better our clients' nutrition value along with that. We also offer nutritional facts, information on our website with our basic menus. We can also get those to you if you have a designer menu. We do ask for a 7-day in advance. We can get that information to you as well as the ingredient list, but we are able to do that via online, website or app. So with that being said, what types of events do you plan usually?
Typically smaller family gatherings, but at pretty frequent intervals because we have a pretty big family and we do get-togethers for birthdays, other types of special occasions. Graduation is coming up, and so we'll probably want to do something for that too, on a little bit bigger scale.
Bigger scale. So buffet is probably a better option for you then. We do have black linen tablecloths. We can order special color linens. We do, like with our 7-day advance notice, we can even generally do disposable plates just because they're easier and I don't have to charge you for a cleaning service with those, which has to go on there because we have to follow the state sanitization guidelines, of course. With that being said, is there any special diets that go along with anyone?
Yes, so our family, not necessarily dietary restrictions, but preferences. So a lot of the kids in our family have certain preferences when it comes to what types of foods that we have, what is in the foods. They're rather particular in the types of foods that they like. So sometimes we have to find options that are more meat-based, don't have too many things like onions, things like that. So sometimes that can be tough to...
Right, yeah. And like I said, we can certainly supply you with all the ingredient lists for everything, and we can edit the menus. We can make a new menu, sit down with you, taste some foods, look at what's available on the Cisco order app, and then come up with something that better fits everyone. If there is just a couple of people that are on a special diet, like low carb, keto, or anything, we can get you a plated meal for that one individual.
Okay, that would be great.
So that way no one's left out, and you can have the buffet, you can have your plated meal for that one person, it'll all work out.
Okay, awesome.
Yes. So I'm guessing family style for anything smaller, would that be a type of event that would work for you? Because besides graduation, do you ever plan any business events?
Not too many business events, but I would see that as a service that I might need in the near future. So yeah, I would probably be really interested in that.
We can also, like I said, offer a plated service too, so that way we're out of the way. There's not a whole lot of food in the way, and we just literally have the staff bring it out and do a very formal plated meal service. That way everything's executed perfectly for you, not in the way. How have your events been handled in the past with catering?
So the most recent event was my wedding. That was last year. We did a buffet style catered event through the venue that we were married at, and they took care of all of the food. It looked very much like in the slide here where it was self-serve. And anytime we were running low, the staff brought out more food, and we had, I want to say, 2 different main course options and some sides, and those were replenished at pretty good intervals, so everybody had a lot to eat, and it was pretty great.
Yeah, we can definitely do the same thing. What I like to do is just fill the dishes just to get them started, and then make sure everything's done fresher, so that way we immediately throw in the second batch. That way no one has anything that's been sitting out for too long. We can definitely put in more options, more entree options, more side options, so that way everyone has a variety to choose from, and it'll all work out. Is there anything that you think I can do better for you? Is there anything that you just weren't happy with? Is there anything?
Like compared to my last experience where we did the buffet style catering.
Yeah.
No, the one thing that I noted on that date was actually nothing in regards to the catering service, but with our wedding cake. And so I don't know if you guys offer services like that where you do any type of baked goods or dessert options. But if those would be readily available for guests after food is done instead of waiting for a significant amount of time, that would be fantastic.
We can definitely talk a dessert option. We can definitely talk about multiple courses, even if you wanted. Like I said, we have a 7-day advance notice. That way we can, first day, plan out your menu, plan out the date, and then figure out how to get that to you on time.
Great.
Is there any particular color scheme for your graduation event coming up?
The graduation event coming up, not necessarily, probably school colors,
Right.
Which are black and orange. That makes for a really interesting combination in the summer, though. It's very Halloweenish.
Right.
So.
Well, the standard for linen tablecloths right now is black. So it's all already pretty elegant, pretty black. For orange, what we could do, probably what I'm thinking, is just doing floral garnishes, edible flowers. So that way it doesn't look too Halloweenish. It's still very spring, still very summer, and it still has those school colors for you. And we can also talk about just doing maybe just a little bit accent of orange, like maybe just having the napkins be orange.
Okay, that would be great.
Just so that way we're out of Halloween into spring and still in those spring colors.
Right. I can't imagine like a black tablecloth with like or black and orange tablecloths, you know,
Right.
as the center. That would just, I think, be a little bit out of character for this time of year.
Right, yes, of course. And now, are you looking for more exotic or contemporary menu selections? We talked a little bit how your family likes more meat options. Now, are they looking for more basic, just beef and chicken, or are they wanting lamb, pigeon?
So definitely, probably not pigeon. I've never had that. I don't know that the kids would.
How about
Be
shellfish, like shrimp, scallops?
So they're very much more like burger and fry type kids. So, and since it is a graduation, it will be geared towards 18-year-old who's graduating
Gotcha.
from high school along with his friends and of course our close family. Will likely want to really cater to what his preferences are. That really is honestly burgers.
Gotcha.
But for everyone else who doesn't want to do just a simple basic burger, I'd like to know what other options there might be so that we can, cater to those other people who wouldn't like that.
Yes, we can definitely offer burgers. We can definitely
Okay.
offer broths for the kids.
Okay.
I think for the more adult selection, we can definitely talk about more in depth, maybe probably a proper lasagna. Maybe you want to go more French, have some couscous available as your sides, whatever works better. Maybe even a poached duck, poached rabbit, go Hassenpfeffer, German style, whatever works best.
What about steak options?
Steak options, we can definitely, I make a
Okay.
mean T-bone.
Okay.
We can definitely do that.
That would probably be the preference for most.
Gotcha. We can definitely do steak.
Okay.
Yes. Now, is there any dietary restrictions like strict allergies, food intolerances that we should be aware of?
No. So
No.
that's going back to my previous comment. It's more strictly preference. There is no allergy to any type of food that I am aware of.
Okay. Now, for your events, do you have spaces available? Or do you need us to find a space for you? Do you need us to provide that? Do you have tables? Do you need that on?
For this particular event, we would need some assistance in securing the venue. We were hoping to just have it at a nice park, weather permitting, but that might also include getting a tent, tables and chairs and everything like that. And with my schedule, I have a really hard time coordinating that myself. So if that's something that you can offer as an
Yeah.
option, it would be great.
I definitely always recommend indoors, especially around spring, because Montana weather can be quite erratic, very random. We can definitely call up the hotels, local hotels, talk, and they'll find you the best, cheapest option. If you want cheaper, if you want more expensive, just let me know. Let me know what your budget is. I can call them, let them know, and then that way we can just have it rented for you.
Okay, great.
Yes, we
That
can
would
definitely.
eliminate me
Yes.
having to find it, so that would be very much appreciated.
Yes, my assistant does specialize in event coordination, so we can definitely do that for you.
Perfect.
Yes. All right, and we, like I said, we do have an app available for download. It's free, so that way at any time you can just put in a catering request, and we'll call you the next day,
Okay.
right away. You can even on the app select what times you want your phone call received. If you want it right away, if you want it later on in the day, we can
Oh,
get
okay.
you going with that.
Awesome.
Yes. Now, do you have any questions for me? Do you have any concerns, any comments?
I don't think so. Typically, they'll always pop up into my head at the most random time. So if there's any way I could give you a call, or if there is option to text you
Mhm.
instead, sometimes that's a little bit more
course.
convenient for me, especially as I'm thinking about things while I'm
Mhm.
going through the planning or the guest list. If that's an option, that would be great.
Yes, typically after the first catering request is sent in, my email is always available.
Okay.
Our office hours and our office phone number is always available.
Okay.
And during a meeting when we talk about the menu, I will give you my personal cell phone so you can shoot me a text whenever you want.
Perfect.
That will just eliminate any concerns for you.
Yeah, that's really
Yes.
helpful.
Yes, of course. Now let me show you the next visual I have for you. This is a basic timetable we have here. Like I said, we asked for at least a 7-day notice. Now granted, for very small caterings, like say 5 people, just a simple plated meal, we won't necessarily need a full 7 days, maybe closer to 4 or 5.
Okay.
But as you'll see right here, for around day 1, we already have your catering request put in for how many people. Do you need a venue? Do you need tables and all that will be available? And the menu selections, there will be on the bottom, designer menu. And that will be when we call you on between day 2 and day 3. And that's when we will call you. We can even set up a meeting the next day. I personally like to set up in-person meetings, but we can definitely do it over the phone or
Okay.
via Skype, especially during the COVID outbreak.
Mm-hmm.
Between day 3 and day 4, we will receive advanced venue planning. So like you said, you needed a venue picked out. That's when we will definitely be calling nonstop who has a venue available, who has space available, are we doing it outside? Get your tents, your tables ready, and go check that out. Between day 4 and day 5, your menu will be prepped. We will already be prepping it. We will be chopping all the produce. We will be making any sauces that can be done a day ahead of time. Whatever can be done. And between day 6 and day 7 is when your catering will take place. So we will most likely be at least half a day ahead. We
Awesome.
plan on doing a half a day ahead just so we can have a timely delivery. I think it's very important to do so. And like you had said at your wedding, there was an issue with timing. We will make sure and do our best that we are on time.
Awesome.
And we generally set up at the event at least 30 minutes before people start arriving. So you're able to meet us there if you want, or you're able to just walk in and have everything done for you.
Awesome.
Yes.
Great.
So with that being said, are we able to make a catering date today? Do you feel confident? If not, you can definitely call me later.
Yeah, absolutely. I will have to let you know which
Mm-hmm.
date we're planning on doing the party, because there's going to be a lot of graduation parties
Right.
going on. So I'll get that confirmed, and then I'll let you know.
Awesome. Thank you very much. It's
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure doing business. You have my phone number, so please call me whenever you're ready.
Great. Thanks, Todd.